Isolation, paranoia, pandemonium. A formula explored in many Hollywood movies. Also common in Hollywood films is the inaccurate or downright fabrication of history. Many people believe that this is necessary for the sake of an entertaining story. I, however, argue that it can show a lack of attention to detail, or this idea of mise-en-scène that I'll talk about later. But what if I told you there exists a film praised by historians for its use of accurate clothing, dialogue, and a set that the director had purposely built for the authenticity, as well as nominated for Oscars and often cited as a spine-chilling horror movie? That movie does exist. It's Robert Eggers' The Lighthouse. The movie begins with a lighthouse keeper and an apprentice-type character taking over the duties and care of a lighthouse on a small island surrounded by fog. As we settle in with these characters, we can't help but feel trapped there with them. The creative use of wide shots cut off by the narrow aspect ratio, giving us a very confined feeling. Tensions grow as the head lighthouse keeper, or head wiki, spends all night locked up in the tower with the light and forces the other wiki to do all of the grueling work like clean out the chamber pots. Resentment builds, and the wiki in training begins to speculate and obsess over what may be up there in the light. As a storm rolls in, the two are trapped on the island, get drunk, and spiral further and further into madness. Examples include a lack of knowledge of how long they've been there, drinking pure ethanol and motor oil, fantasizing over the light that contained mercury, and in real life, drove actual wikis into madness, and more, but I want to refrain from spoiling the ending. The director decided to shoot this movie in black and white and with a square aspect ratio. This does two very important things for the film. The black and white provides clear and drastic contrast that accentuates the growing tensions as the movie goes on. Compare the opening shots with the final shots and you'll see what I mean. This was entirely intentional, as the director used bright, blinding lights in order to accentuate the contrast and draw attention to the difference between light and dark, sanity and madness. The aspect ratio refers to the actual size of the frame on the screen. Traditionally in modern Hollywood, you see the whole screen taken up by an image. However, in this film, the director decided to shoot the film in a smaller, square aspect ratio. This fits the old vintage aesthetic of the film, however it goes much deeper. When wide shots like this are framed and presented this way, they make the viewer feel very trapped. The viewer is limited and subconsciously, due to audience expectation, they desire the full screen to be filled with the frame. Instead, the director makes them sit in the unease. A very effective and unique choice that goes to show the director's deep understanding of mise-en-scène.
Mise-en-scène.
Yeah, that. Mise-en-scène is a French term that refers to every single thing that appears in every frame of your film, from your actor down to the magazine in the background. Every inch of the lighthouse in this movie, Eggers had built. The costumes, hand-tailored, the lifeboat, also built just to maintain illusion for the audience and historical accuracy. Large blinding lights were placed inches away from the actress to develop the right shadows. Eggers controlled every single millimeter in frame, and this was entirely by design. Not many films or directors come to mind that demonstrate such a meticulous amount of attention to what is shown in their frames. Eggers has a very deep understanding of history, framing, and mise-en-scène. It is fully on display in the Lighthouse for all to see. From building sets to choosing extreme contrasts, from creating believable dialogue,
all right, have it your way. I like your cooking,
to drawing direct inspiration from the Smalls Lighthouse tragedy off the coast of Wales in 1801. No detail is overlooked. That is exactly why The Lighthouse is a very scholarly movie. If you are a film student, I highly encourage you to watch this film and enjoy the exploration and descent into madness.
Into the